How you guys doing today? You guys doing all right?
I'm doing swell.
Everybody's looking real handsome.
Yeah.
We got our Hawaiian shirts on right now.
Looks like we're at a convention.
I'll tell you, my day went my day went easy breezy for the first time in a while before I got here. All I did was, I just sat around, living on sponge cake,
Okay.
watching the sun bake. All those tourists covered in oil.
We're in one of those.
That sounds
they're
Well,
trying to
I
sell
did
us.
strum my six string a little bit on my front porch swing.
I think they're trying to sell us real estate to one of those new Margaritaville.
And if you
Resorts.
lift your nose up right now, you can smell them shrimp. They're starting to boil. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And we're just sitting here wasting away
You
at the
ever
Tiger Cage
I
again.
know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 111 of They Call Us the Breeze. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Very special episode tonight. We're going to be celebrating the life and times of Mr. Jimmy Buffett. And it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. There's only one way to do it, so let's get to it. Let's go!
Some tasty waves, cool buzz, and I'm fine.
That's exactly what Jimmy would say. Guys, this is They Call Us the Breeze. That is Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live here from the Tiger Cage. Live here from Margaritaville tonight, actually.
And he would also say, as a public service announcement, if you do step on a pop top, instead of
a crop top?
Yeah,
Drop shop.
Pop top.
Pop top?
Pop top. Stepped on a pop
Crop
top.
top.
If you do pull on a pull tab, if you step on one of those, put some peroxide on it so you don't have to go to the hospital.
Did he ruin his flip-flop or something?
He
When
did.
he stepped on a crop. Anyway, guys, this is They Call Us the Breeze. It's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, like I said, live from the Tiger Cage. Every Thursday, right around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can check us out. Make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe to the channel, Tiger Cage Media. And ring that little bell for those
Ding,
notifications.
ding, 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 ding.
Little
ding.
sailor, little iceberg, dead ahead bell.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I got my lay on. I got my, the boys convinced me to jump into a Hawaiian shirt.
That one's very comfortable, right?
Dad's in a Hawaiian shirt there. He's got his sunglasses on. He's got his captain's hat on, man. Ryan's
Hey,
got
has
his...
anybody seen Tony?
Oh, I'll
I'm
tell you.
missing my friend
we
Tony.
We are looking the part right now. Episode 111. This one for the 7th? This is the 7th already of September. Jeez Louises.
Where'd the year go?
But also tonight is the beginning of the NFL season, so we're excited for that. That's for sure. Everyone seems to think the Lions are just going to stomp on the Chiefs. What is that all about? What did I miss?
The Chiefs on my
what did I
poll.
miss?
I don't know. I mean, I think
I don't know, but I picked Chiefs on my pool.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah,
they're
we're
gonna
back
be
to that.
playing.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
But I you can't do I think the traditional odds is the first game of the season. There's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of energy. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
I expect it to be a pretty close game for a long time.
You circle all your picks, and our picks are just straight up. No points.
Yeah.
Based on what people did last year and what you think they've done in the last 3 years, and who you think's the best team of those. Jets, you didn't used to pick 2 years ago. Now you're picking the Jets all the time. Right?
Well, yeah. I mean, things
Yeah.
progress, things get different. That's for sure. But everyone's like, yeah, Mahomes. Yeah,
And the Eagles too, right? Eagles, you're picking the Eagles now.
the Birds.
The Birds.
The Birds, they soar.
They soar. Anyway, yeah, guys, we're very excited to be out here. Like I said, lot to talk about tonight. We have Tune In, Tune Out this evening with Ryan coming back. Obviously, because this is kind of... Now, I'm going to say this, off the top, for people who know me and people who are going to laugh at this whole extravaganza, the fact that we're dressed here in these shirts and this lei is around my neck and Dad's got his captain hat on. We're going to pass the captain hat around, by the way, throughout the show. So, if you make a game out of it, just be like, once Remy's wearing it, we have to drink.
Circle, or what do they call it? Musical chairs?
Yeah, like musical chairs, exactly. But I'll just preface with this. I don't know how Ryan feels about it. I definitely know how Dad feels about it. But I always had that love-hate thing for Jimmy Buffett because I've grown up here. And although I can tell you I know mostly all of his songs and I can probably sing them if you get me started, the fact that I mean, that doesn't negate the fact that you get really annoyed if you're someone who likes rock and roll and this shit's just kind of that same vibe as New Country where it's just like, man.
It depends what bar you show up to at and what time of day and what music's on and what kind of mood
now,
you're
if
in.
I was already a drinker when he hit the the scene and I was already hanging out with the guys and we were already fucking drinking some beers anyway, I probably would have appreciated him to
like
start.
say me and you and Bill 5 years ago would have wandered into a beach bar somewhere and it's already sunny out. The weather's nice. There's a little bit of a breeze. And there's girls in bikinis that catch your eye, and we're going there to get a few beers anyway.
Right.
If they have Buffett on in the background, you ain't going to give a fuck.
Well, no, and they usually do, and you usually don't. Exactly. That's
because that's the last thing you're paying attention to.
But like there's just been like times where I've just been oversaturated with it. So I just wanted to preface this show. We are going to celebrate the life and the legacy of Mr. James William Buffett this evening.
James Buffett.
And we're gonna have a good time doing it. I just had to preface that, get that off my chest because I'm not being entirely sincere if I don't let you listeners know that I kind of hate Jimmy Buffett at the same time.
True.
It's just that music. It's just like a little dart in my head sometimes. It just like there's only so much steel drum and slide guitar at the same time.
I know. You can't listen to it over and over.
You know what I mean? You just can't.
Mm-hmm. And like I told you guys earlier, and I even told you guys on Sunday or whatever. I said when we found out he died.
Right.
I was like, wow, amazing. I mean, the guy made $1 billion brand, and the guy can't sing any better than us or play the guitar any better than we can.
It's true.
He might be better than me playing the guitar, but he can't sing any better than I can.
Congratulations.
And I know he can't play the guitar better than any better than you guys.
Right.
You just woke up Jimmy Buffett. He's going to haunt you.
Fuck him.
Yeah, he's got unfinished business now.
He's gonna wake you up with a margarita machine at 2 a.m. in the morning now.
Sure.
Every night. That's what he's going to do.
A margarita machine? How about a rum machine?
Like we got some
a frozen.
Do they have a frozen rum?
Frozen rum runner?
Yeah. Why? I mean,
after a couple months, he's like, I started doing this to annoy you, but now I just need a drinking buddy. Mike, do you want one of these for real?
Dad becomes best friends with Ghost Jimmy Buffett coming soon to a theater near you.
Maybe we'll sell that.
Yeah, so we got lots going on. Like I said, we got Tune In, Tune Out. Ryan's going to take care of that for us. I have Did You Know That tonight? And obviously, I'm going to teach everybody. I basically did a full-ass book report on Jimmy Buffett, so we got that. And, we're just going to talk about memories we have of certain situations about Jimmy Buffett. The time I got to go to a Parrot Head party, and neither of the guys in the room were there with me, which Dad felt was a little weird. We'll get into that. And, just having fun. But one thing I do need to bring up before we go any further, if I talk a little bit weird tonight, I've been having this sharp pain kind of back in the molar region of my tooth. Not exactly the molar, but maybe like the one next to it, or the one even, you know how that's weird, like you can never feel which tooth it is. Mm-hmm. So I've been having this sharp pain there, and I wonder if it's a cavity. I don't think. I've only had one cavity in my entire life, and it was literally 10 years ago. I was about 25, 26. So I think I might be getting a new cavity.
You're welcome.
And I kind of don't want to. I don't want to go through that again, because I was thinking back to. Yeah, there it is again. You boys.
There's a little ball peen hammer in that corner.
How long has it been?
It's been
like
kinda,
this?
It's been kind of going for like about a week and a half, But I've been whining about the hernia, so I didn't want to bring it up at all. And it's been kind of sensitive towards cold and sometimes when when you like suck air in, it'll blow past, and that's when you're like, all right, kind of,
yeah.
And I think back
and you can't keep from doing that.
Have you guys ever had cavities?
Yep.
Yeah,
and you
I think I've had one.
I've only had one
back in the day, though. I was like 12 or 11 or something.
So it didn't really bother you at all. Did they put you out or under, I should say?
No, they just drill it. I mean, they give you a shot in your gum, and that'll clear up any pain that you have in your molar. And they keep you open.
I know that, but I was just saying, like, as a kid, did they put you out? No.
So like the older you get, you're probably just like, knock me out real quick.
Yeah,
they'll probably do that.
Sometimes they won't do that unless they already know ahead of time.
Although this one time I did ask the doctor,
because I had a tooth pulled one time, like way back in the back, a molar.
Oh, you got to go out for that.
No. I've never been out.
Oh my God! When I had my wisdom teeth removed, I was out.
Oh, I've never been.
I came. Mom says I came too, and we were all there, and all I said was that was some good shit, and the nurse just laughed.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Yeah.
Or either that, or
you start to pull out like the $20 bill. You're like,
we're in of the lollipop kid.
Yeah.
No, that's still Wizard of Oz. What's the one?
I don't know.
With Gene Wilder.
Oh, Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
You're wandering through that maze with all the shit spinning.
Well, when I got the wisdom teeth
those
pulled,
people look, they're wearing weird clothes.
But yeah, when I got the wisdom teeth pulled, I definitely had to go under for that, and that was cool because when I came out of that, like I felt really good for like 5 hours, and then you have pills that you just start taking, so you just stay
Pills
in
are good.
a constant. I was probably 18, 19, right before I went to Orlando.
That explains it.
And that was fun, man. I remember I got better before.
It was fun, man.
I remember I got better before
It was fun, man.
Hey, man, let me tell the fucking story. I remember getting better before I was out of the Vicodins and the Percocets that they prescribed me. And Mom caught wind of like maybe a day or two where maybe I was popping a couple for fun. And she's like, "You're better now. I'm taking these and I'm putting them somewhere." And I was like, "Okay,
Yes,
all right,
will.
cool." But yeah, on the medication side of
You've
things.
been listening to a lot of Eminem. I'm going to take these from you now.
So
you're all better.
the one time I had a cavity, this is actually a good story. Like I said, about 10 years ago, or maybe I was about 26, and I had my first cavity ever. I was so proud of that. I was like, Jesus Christ, I lasted this long without a cavity. Like, kids are supposed to be riddled with cavities. I get a cavity, and I got to go in, and so like Ryan said, they shoot you with a little Novocaine, right? So he gives me 2 shots. He gives me one on the outside of the gums and one on the inside of the gums. I go, all right. And he goes, all right, I'm going to disappear for a little while. And I was like, okay, cool. Then he comes back like, 5-10 minutes later, something like that, just to see how you're feeling.
Punches you in the face.
Could you feel this?
And I go, hey, man, you're not going in my mouth right now. Without. Yep. I knew that was coming.
Because as soon as you said it, you knew you fucked up.
Because I knew that was coming. I go, hey, man, you are not allowed to enter my mouth.
We got
No entre mi boca.
Put your hands in.
No entre mi boca. Without at least one more shot, dude. And he goes, what? And I go, I don't feel numb at all. And he goes, really? And I go, I drink a lot and I smoke a lot. You know, it's 10 years ago. I still drink a lot, and I used to.
I'm drunk
too.
right now.
Yes.
October 11th,
And you
October
are
12th,
not
and
entering my
13th,
mouth.
and 14th, I was intoxicated. I drank all of those days. I drank.
So I'm sitting here trying to explain to this dude. I'm like, dude, it's not happening unless I can get one more shot. He's like, well, we're not really supposed to do that. I go, can you though? Because we're not doing this. If you, I can feel everything. I can feel my tongue. I can feel everything. And I'm going to scream if you go in here. I don't know what you're about to do. He's like, I mean, we got to bill you for it. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Bill me for it, motherfucker. Bill me double. Whatever you got to fucking do. I don't care. I need another shot of this shit.
If you're gonna go into my mouth, I do not want to feel a thing.
That's what she said.
And they bill you for it.
Bless the motherfucker. Bless the motherfucker. He gave me
Yeah,
that.
who pays for this?
He gave me that third
Who
shot.
pays for this?
He gave me that third
Do I
shot.
have to pay for this?
He gave me that third shot, and I went back, or he came back about 5-7 minutes later, and he's like, how you feeling now? I'm like, we may proceed. And,
Like, I'm dying. He's like, this is what I was afraid of.
oh, man, that
You
shit.
should be paying for this.
This shit hurts so fucking bad. Dad thinks he's Charlie from Always Sunny nowadays.
He'll
and
get it.
he'll
He'll get
getting
it.
there.
That's because of shit you guys
He's
play
a
for
new
me all the
watcher.
time.
He's a new fan.
No,
of the
I just
show.
hear the little clips you guys play
Yeah,
all the
he-
time.
Dad just went to the local book fair at the library, and he's like, oh.
So, any interesting dentist stories? Anything that was just like totally bizarre and outrageous?
No, but Danny DeVito's got blonde hair that's about cut to the length of your mom's, and he's in a commercial.
So no dentist stories. Okay.
Yeah.
I went to the dentist until I was 24.
Oh, I thought you
a
said
pediatrician dentist.
Yeah, you stop eventually. Yeah, you stop eventually going to Dr. Levitt, and then you.
Yeah, but I think, well, the coolest part about it was as long as I was in college, I was able to go there. And the good thing about me not graduating on time was I was able, I was able to keep going to this dentist. And then the cool part was also they're like, okay, I'll take this kid. So I wasn't a big thing. I still got the treasure chest, picked out some sweet prizes.
It seems
Got
like
my beads
everywhere
and my
had
I'll
a
take the 24-year-old that's still in school.
Yeah, I'll
seems
take
like
him.
it
He
seems
doesn't
like
seem-
they all had treasure chests too. It wasn't
Did they?
just our dentist. Our dentist definitely did.
Well, then we had Tony Hawk Pro Skater. We had,
yeah. Then they rolled out the video game machines that were in the glass
while
boxes.
you're in the waiting
Yeah,
area?
when they took us into the secondary waiting area, the waiting area away from it's so fucking
like,
stupid.
get off, Tyrone.
Well, no, it's
You've
so
been here
dumb
for 40
because
minutes.
you get to sit-
You've already been done, dude.
You get to sit
Take
with
him
the
next. Take him next. He's
Well,
been
you-
hogging the game.
You sit with the comfort of your mom for 30 minutes, and then they take you to a different area, and it's like a DZ Discovery Zone,
because
but you're about to go to hell.
And there's the tooth fairy behind the mirror.
Well, that's in the lobby
the
when
next-
you check out. That's
Yeah.
not even in the same wing of the building. That they separate it. It's a fucking convenience line, buddy.
Dead man walking down the hallway.
Well, when
It's going back. You're like,
no, dead man walking's when you get braces and you got to go to the dimly lit hallway.
yeah, you go left instead of just to the right,
and you go to
you're
a room with just one chair, and it is like
Oh,
mood
he's going
lighting.
to ortho.
It's like moonlighting.
It's like a prison. Like watching someone get off.
do?
And you have your hands zip tied.
Yeah, and they're like, oh,
And they're walking you to it.
He's serving
God
ortho,
damn
baby.
you, Skittles!
I'll tell you that was the best thing for me.
He's gonna be in here for 5 hours.
The
of
best
life.
thing for me was having braces twice, because once you become an orthodontist kid, the regular dentist is a fucking walk in the park, man. Every single time. Like everybody, they fucking hate the dentist. It sucks. Once you've gone through like hell and back with the braces and everything, and the retainers and the clay mouth.
You come walking out with
I know,
that
bro.
walk.
I served 24
Hey,
years,
ain't
Yeah,
no
bro.
way.
This is
Shit,
fucking
man.
juvie.
I served 24 years,
Yeah,
man.
bro, this is. I remember one time, Mom tried to take me to a different dentist. I think Levitt was moving or something, and we had to go to a checkup. And I think she switched dentists or something like that.
Randomly picked one.
We go
to that one.
to this dentist, and I was still. This is before braces, and I was still a little scared of dentists, and like they had the chair, like how they lean the chair back, and they're like scoot up. And they keep telling you to scoot up and put your head back on the headrest. And you're little. You're not even the size of the chair. You're half the size of the chair. Well, they didn't have it laid back long enough. So, like, I just kept sliding it down. Or I just kept sliding down the chair. And he's like, sit up. And I was like, and he's like, sit up. And I remember he grabbed me in a fucking way, like on the collar of my shirt and a little bit like
Slid you up?
around my throat, and slid me up. And I started screaming because I was like, I don't fucking know you. And Mom had to come in. It was a big old ordeal, and the whole process stopped. And she was in there fucking fighting with them. And I was like, Mom, I'm not exaggerating. I kept sliding down the chair, and he fucking kept telling me to stay up. And he fucking grabbed me, and he and she. There was no. I mean, probably didn't even have CCTV in the corner or anything. I don't know.
Not then.
But I was like, this shit fucking happened, and he fucking grabbed me, and blah blah blah, and like I said, he basically almost choked me and slid me back up into the chair, and I was wailing and screaming, not even crying. I remember just like being like, no, just fucking just outrageous. So she's in there dealing with them for like 20 minutes, and she makes me stand outside by the entranceway, and I'm
crossing 34th Street.
And every fucking kid that came in there with their parents within that 20 minutes, I'm like, don't go in there. That guy fucking choked me. I'm just outrageous, dude. Just trying to scare the shit out of all
Really?
these kids. Oh, yeah, bro.
How old were you?
I whenever fucking Levitt moved, I don't know. It was before braces, and that was in like 5th grade. So,
that guy's like, damn, that kid just ruined my
That kid's
whole practice.
That kid's a damn. Yeah, that kid's a hell.
I put one of those sandwich
roach.
boards. I put one of those sandwich boards on me, and I was like, this guy rapes kids. No, I'm just kidding.
That kid just cost me Chapter 11.
Well, that goes.
Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
That's a true ass story, guys. We're gonna take a quick little break, man. We're gonna get to some
I gotta
celebrity
ask Mom
birthdays.
about that. She
Yeah,
never
maybe
told me
she'll
about
remember.
that.
But yeah, we'll get
Or
back
she
to
might
you guys.
have, and it's been so long that I just forgot.
I don't know.
I've heard her talk about that story before.
Celebrity birthdays is next, and a lot more Jimmy Buffett to come, guys. So don't go anywhere. It's They Call Us the Breeze. We'll be right back. Dad, what do you say?
I'll see you shortly.
All right, Ryan.
Don't
How
go to
much-
Dr. Levitt.
How much did you get from that settlement, bro?
I don't know. Never
Exactly.
saw them. Never saw a
He
penny.
called fair. He called fair and fair.
All right, we'll see you guys. Bye bye.
All right, well, that about does it, which means we are officially on Island Time. Yeah, baby.
Good choice.
Island
Oh,
Time.
Frank, I'm so excited about this concert. Thank you for the tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, yeah.
And those parrot head broads, they're wild.
I noticed that. They're nuts.
I hope he plays the Pina Colada song, man.
Oh, you gotta
Yeah,
hear
that's
it.
the best.
Yeah, I wish he would too, but he won't, because that's not Buffett.
No, yeah, no, he does. It's the one that goes, if you like Pina Colada, and caught in the rain.
I know the song, but it's sung by a man named Rupert Holmes.
Oh, Are you sure? I feel like that's Buffett.
I've been going to see Buffett for 20 years. Have you ever heard him play it?
Well, no, but it's not going to play all his hits every single time.
Yeah, no, he is. That's what he does. That's actually the only thing he does. Yeah. And that's just not one of them. But hey, listen, buddy, you want to hear that song? You go ahead and request away. I won't stop you.
If you like making love at midnight, and you got half a brain.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope he plays that one.
Yeah. We all do.
Yeah, he won't.
He won't.
If you like making love at midnight, and you got half a brain, I gotta remember that.
Go!
Dive like fuck.
That does sound good.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to They Call Us the Breeze. That is Bravo Romeo Echo Sierra live from the Tiger Cage, episode 111.
I definitely gotta write that down or I'll forget it.
That's a good one. It's called The Gang Solves the Bathroom Crisis.
That is hilarious.
I don't know what
that is
season,
a hilarious
what episode,
line.
but
I don't know, but that line.
But for those of you out there in Listenerland who might not have recognized that, obviously you recognized it maybe to be The Gang and Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but I'm not sure what season, what episode.
13, episode 6. I watched it a couple days ago.
Maybe 13, episode 6, but either way, just search for The Gang Solves the Bathroom Crisis. And
the half a brain part just seals the deal on that line.
Well, no, that's
part of the
song.
That's the song. I know,
Home.
but those two lines that's all you need right there.
That's actually the song. But yeah, so we're out here having fun, guys. Make sure you're going to Tiger Cage Media on YouTube and you're subscribing to our channel and ringing that little bell for those notifications. Yeah, we're just out here, we're just celebrating the life and times and remembrances of Mr. Jimmy Buffett tonight. So just, have fun. Throw on your best, Hawaii. I even put it on. I told Ryan I didn't want to. But I put it on.
You have to
and then
wear
Ryan
the
bought us a little captain's hat that we're passing around every segment, and everybody gets to be the captain for one segment, and Dad'll be the captain.
Mother Ocean.
Come sail away with us. You know what I'm saying? That's all we're saying, guys. This one for what? Like I said, September 7th. Jeez,
7th. We're here, baby.
It is time for some celebrity birthdays. Dad is up to 308. He is still 4 points ahead of Ryan because he's at 304. Dad is up first tonight, and it's time.
He
2 weeks in a row. He's got the 4-point
you're a
lead.
dumbass.
Yeah, they started at 300, and then they were 301 to 305, and now they're 308 to 304. Dad is maintaining that 4-point lead. We can see if he wants to hold that tonight. So let's go. It's time for celebrity birthdays.
I got you right here.
Happy birthday! This is your birthday. Yay! Happy fucking birthday!
There's no birthday barbecue here.
He's already doing it. Great job averting your eyes, you pervert, Ryan. First birthday we have up for you tonight for celebrity. Yeah.
Oh.
Margaritaville,
baby.
I wish I could say Bush, but it's Bud Light. But either way, good crack. That was a nice crack, man. Maybe Bush got a weaker crack than Bud Light.
We could probably put it up to the test.
We should do like a science project, a science fair project
Are you talking
decibel, because we can do it right in front of the mic. We can test the decibel levels, and we should do which cans are the loudest and which ones are the quietest.
We just can't do one can though.
I'm sure they're all the same.
We need at least a case each.
We'll probably have to try test 24.
I'm willing to put in the work for science, Dad.
Yeah,
okay, and I hope you are too.
Yeah.
We'll get 24.
We'll buy a 12-pack of Budweiser.
Ooh, and then we'll get a
and
trifold
Bush.
like the science project,
and we'll set up the three mics.
Every single one.
The variable.
The constants, the variables, and the what was it? What was the third panel? The conclusion.
Yeah. Your hypotheses, your conclusion,
Yeah.
here's the variables.
We'll go buy
conclusions. We're all.
Can we go buy Can we just please get like a shitty printer, hook it up to my computer, and then we'll get like the Elmer's glue stick, and we'll buy the science board, and we'll do the whole thing.
We'll have a little arm that
would be so cool.
I got a shitty printer
and marks it.
All right, let's do that. Let's go.
Go!
All right, guys, celebrity birthdays. Here we go. First birthday we have up for you. I mean, she rocked my world when she showed her tits in American Pie.
Jenna Jameson.
She was the foreign girl that Jim somehow had in his bedroom, and he had her on webcam, and he thought he was only sending it to a few buddies, but the entire school had the link, and the foreign girl takes off her top, which should have been illegal because technically she's playing 17 or maybe 18, but basically, I mean, they're seniors in high school.
But that's when movies were good.
Well, if she is, well, I mean.
But then she was also in a remake of one of my favorite horror movies, Night of the Demons. And she's been in all sorts of other things since. A very happy birthday goes out to the very foxy and very lovely Miss Shannon Elizabeth.
Is it me first?
And the Gimme Gimmes? Yes, you first.
Yeah, I'm just going to say like...
she was in American Pie.
43, so I have no idea.
That's a really good guess. Oh, dude, you know what I peeped 2 days ago? Jennifer's Body for the first time.
What?
Hot.
Dude.
What a hot movie.
That is the fucking greatest movie of all time. And if I had if there has to be one on my list, Amanda Seyfried is
this
like
girl in the movie.
No,
totally
totally unrelated.
different. But yeah,
we should talk about that on the break.
44.
Dad said 43. Ryan said 44. You guys a little bit off, and you're a little bit too kind. She is 50 today.
Ooh, okay.
So Ryan gets that one.
She was big in the poker world after she made some money.
Yeah,
off
she
the
did play a
movies.
little bit on like the World Series too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, next birthday we have up for you. Not a fan of this woman. Kind of obnoxious. She was
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell's a pig. Just gonna tell you right now, Rosie O'Donnell, she's a fat pig. No, that's not me talking. That's Donald Trump. All right,
Exactly.
but you know what I'm saying. But no, this next birthday.
I don't like it.
I'm not gonna say you couldn't say the same thing for the same person, but you
I've
could.
never met her.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this person. She was on Saturday Night Live from about 2014 to 2019.
He is such a dick.
This person was on Saturday Night Live from about 2014 to 2015. Black lady. She played in the new Ghostbusters movies.
Oh, yeah.
She's on a few commercials. She has
Oprah.
like a fucking flat top. She's a big girl. Black is the night. A very happy birthday either way goes out to Miss Leslie Jones.
Yeah, she's probably like 44.
45, I don't know.
Dad's going to get it both way off. She is 56 today.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, she is unattractive.
Well, that means
I'm
we
sorry.
still got a shot, Lauren.
Is she Blake?
If you're
is
looking
the
at
night?
us.
Blake is the night.
All right, this next birthday we have it for you. It's Dad's turn. At first, she was afraid. She was petrified. She kept thinking, how am I going to live?
Tina Turner.
Jennifer Love Hewitt from, I think. I know
No,
we
it's
did
a
last
song
summer,
he's
too.
going after.
But now
Is that
And,
not Tina Turner?
and he spent so many nights, she spent so many nights just wondering how he'd done her wrong, and she grew strong, and now she's back to carry on, and now she's back
So it's not
from
Tina,
outer space.
It's not Tina Turner.
Very happy birthday, guys, to Miss Gloria Gaynor.
Oh, see, yeah, she did that. I must
Yep,
survive.
she did that. Yeah, no shit,
I
Mike.
must survive.
I
I'm
must
trying to
survive.
think.
I will survive.
I can never remember her name. I heard
Christ,
her.
you put the cowboy hat and the sunglasses and the lei and the Hawaiian shirt on him.
Hey,
Look,
He's like
a
the
little
Megazord
distracted.
of
He is,
drunkenness over here.
Hey.
He's like the Megazord of drunkenness. I love
I
it.
feel like what's his name with the blonde hair?
Gloria Gaynor. Beautiful picture of her holding a Grammy right here. All right, Dad.
She is old, older than what you would expect, because that's those songs came out back. I just never can remember her name.
I love when you show your work.
Show your work.
I'm gonna say 64.
Wow.
I'm going to say 71.
Jesus Christ. Both of you are way off. She is 80 today. Ryan gets that one, too. Happy birthday, Gloria. Sorry,
Gloria.
sorry, Dad. Thought you were Tina Turner. All right. The next guy.
You're gaining on me.
Next guy in one of my, childhood movies now and then.
Brendan Fraser.
He also was, God, I forgot he was in that. He was great in that. He was also in a really funny and awesome horror movie where his hand gets cut off and it starts doing its own thing.
Devon Sawa.
And he was also Casper the Ghost when Casper came to life in the Christina Ricci and Bill
Woody
Pullman
Harrelson.
adaptation.
He had his hand chopped
Very
off.
happy birthday goes out to Mr. Devon Sawa.
I have no idea who he is.
Well,
That's
good
your
thing
turn
because
first,
Ryan's up
right?
first. Yeah.
I was going to say Woody Harrelson had his hand chopped off.
Oh, and me mate is probably like 46.
7.
Fuck, Mike. Should have went one under. He's fucking 45 today. Happy birthday, Devon.
Devon.
I fucking love you. You're so fucking key.
love you.
Well, that ship certainly sailed away.
All right. Dad's
Fucking
up.
love you, United
Dad's
hand.
up last. Here we go. The guy that gave the world this. Doctor. The guy on the skins, the guy with the shades, the guy who was the American Werewolf in Paris, which was his second movie, the guy that was the dead man on campus roommate, along with Mr. Zach Morris, my biggest fan. I'm sorry. And if you out there, you get the reference. A very, very, very fucking happy birthday goes out to Shades, Mr. Tom Everett Scott, ladies and gentlemen.
No clue. We'll just say 40.
He was the drummer in the movie That Thing You Do with Tom Hanks when they had the 50s band.
Okay, let's say 50.
All right, 50.
I'm going to say 52.
Ryan's one off the double bubble. He's 53 today. Tom Everett Scott.
Happy birthday!
Oh, God, look at him. Love him. Charlie.
Happy fucking birthday!
Don't worry, there's no birthday party for you here.
That one's for Jimmy. That one was for Jimmy.
Flew. He put a little bit of...
Jimmy put a little extra skip in that lip. Did you see that, man? No,
It skipped a wave.
that might be the farthest one I've thrown in fucking
I know,
the whole
skipped a
show.
wave.
For out
We
there,
see you up
can't-
there.
If you're not watching, guys, I always throw the birthday card like Letterman, and it usually floats around like 5 tiles. This one floated about 9 tiles tonight. I think Jimmy gave it a little extra sale.
Hey, it's 5 o'clock. So
Uncle
Hey,
Bill's
it's
like, that was
going
me.
over to the bar.
That was Uncle Bill's like, that was me, you son of a bitches. I'm just enjoying the show.
Son of a bitch.
I didn't want to listen because you guys, always dick off, but I heard you were doing Jimmy Buffett, so I tuned in tonight, And
Danny's probably nudging him with his elbow on the side. Dude,
Danny, you're new here. Shut up.
Go play some
get down
golf.
at the end of the bar with Mike and
How many holes you
and
play,
Rick.
Danny? 36? Yeah? Golly. That's all.
The folks, this traffic jam on Country Club Road.
Yeah. So, guys, wow. I think we just missed that whole. I think something went wrong there with the video. I think the entire Celebrity Birthdays is not going to be on YouTube. And if you guys missed that, I apologize. But I can tell you, Ryan won the round. Mm-hmm. Nobody got a double bubble.
That's bullshit. I'm having Larry in on this.
Yeah.
Challenge
wow.
it.
Well, there's so much you can do when you have this connection out to sea.
Well, no, I mean we're back on, we're streaming, but
That's why you don't
on
drive
YouTube.
a
If you're
Tesla.
watching this on Monday, it's just going to be our dumb faces and audio all the way through the Celebrity Birthdays. Unfortunately, I apologize, but now we're back on screen.
With no voice, no
It's
sound.
just it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and we're out here in
sure they'd be
Margaritaville.
yeah,
happy
look,
to
guys, we
see
got
us.
the margarita
I hit
machines going.
stop when I should have hit start,
They
and that
could-
was my
they'd probably
fault.
be happy
and
to
I'm
just
willing
look
to take
at
the
us.
L for that one.
They'll just
with
think we're
the
like-
speaking of, with the shape of an L on his forehead, they're
Now-
taking him out.
now-
Steve Howell, the lead singer of Smash Mouth, died not 2-3 days after Jimmy Buffett. Same day, if not the day after, Mr. I think Gary Wright. Oh, dream I believe you can make it through the
Well, I
night.
believe there'll be some people that would want to stare at
They're
us
building
like
a
people
fucking-
that go to a zoo.
I'm
and
just saying
look
they,
at the animals.
they must have a casting call up in heaven for a super group right now because everyone's dipping. Everyone's like Keith Rich is still like, no, I'm fucking fine.
Now, do you think that there's
Keith, you're 90. No, it's okay.
You think there's like a residency in Vegas up there that they have to go like do some like
Well, we were talking about this the
casino
other day.
area of the heaven?
We were talking about this the other day. We kind of came to the conclusion, because we're scientists here on the breeze.
Clearly, look at the hats.
In the garage, after working a little bit on Labor Day, in my garage on the bar, we came to the surmise that that heaven is just earth lifted up a little bit. So like you can still like go to your house
And
and
you
you
don't need
still
flood
know how to
insurance.
get down to the fucking convenience store. Like everything's exactly the same. You can just fly wherever the hell you want to really fast. But everything's still like the world we live in, and you just get to do whatever the hell you want.
and everybody has like a golf cart that goes like zoom.
Like super fast if you want it.
Yeah.
If you want to, but you can just fly too. But that's for a whole different other episode. Back to the Jimmy Buffett talk. Off the top of you guys, I mean,
how'd you find out?
I've already spoken on my to start. How I'm like love hate with Jimmy Buffett. I mean, you guys big fan. I know Dad's a good fan. I don't
First
know
off,
Ryan.
How'd
were
you guys find out?
What's that?
How'd you find out?
Just Facebook,
smart news.
Facebook,
When I turn my
just
smart news
scrolling
on,
Facebook
on my
news,
tablet,
yeah.
Jeffrey told me at the service, and that was nice.
4:00.
Jeffrey told me, and I was like, oh, "Can we?" And we just kind of looked at each other for a minute, and I was like,
Well, that was real nice of him.
"Oh," he goes, "Yeah."
Yeah, well, it happened.
Are you gonna run these drinks? I was like, "Not anymore."
At a time like this, Jeffrey?
Not anymore. No.
Changes in attitudes.
And changes in attitudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nothing remains quite the same. But you know, I just heard, you know, on Facebook, and I was like, oh shit, man, that kind of sucks. You know, like for Dad, and you know, it's like one of those losses where, like, for me personally, I'm like, okay, well, you know, I could give a shit, but
well, it's kind of like, what are these parrot heads are gonna do?
But
now?
then I started, you know, and then I started, you know, thinking back. Like I said,
you're gonna find them in a park.
Yeah, where they're gonna
walking
go?
around in circles. Like lost,
and you're just gonna be like
50 and 60 and 70-year-old people.
They're gonna go like Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens is like, these are the parrot heads. They're just kind of
standing at the flamingo.
And well, who do they launch onto now? Like, I mean, do they just go like Jason Aldean? Let's go, or
maybe
like,
Zach Brown?
Maybe Zach Brown band, or like Dave Matthews. I think that's the next logical step.
Because they're younger. Lost. They're gonna fly south.
It's slightly younger music, but I just don't. I feel
maybe
for
it's
all
time
of
for us to step up.
Hey, if you or anyone you know has a best friend that's a parrot head, it's time to check in. We'll open up the email line. If there's anything we can do out there to help, they call us thebreeze@gmail.com. If someone's going through some problems, we know a couple good hospitals we can get everybody into. A lot of vacancy right now, so you just hit us up. Maybe send them a T-shirt, you know,
or
something
tequila.
like Honeymooners Bar and Grill, something they can now make their new god, whatever they need to get through this trying time.
The Breeze is willing to.
I mean, really, just tell them to go listen to the Breeze
for whatever you got.
Obviously, there's there's a lateral here. Okay, the reason people listen to Jimmy Buffett and hang out with Jimmy Buffett and do all that is because they like to have a few cocktails and they like to party a little bit. Well, all the fans of the Breeze, they like to hang out and they like to have a couple cocktails and they like to party a little bit.
Well.
So just take that
latch on this.
Take that tour bus down over to Stop A. Pick up all them sad parrot head fans. Bring them on over to the Tiger Cage.
B.
And we're the same as Jimmy Buffett. We can't sing well. We can't play well. We're doing this as best we know how.
I want to let you guys know out there that I'm also trying to become a medium for Jimmy Buffett. Okay. So if you guys come over to the Tiger Cage, I might be able to talk to Jimmy Buffett.
So we're basically starting a church cult right now.
Yes.
Yeah, Radiant Church. We're gonna buy that fucker out.
Ryan's gonna try to
look like Ron L. Hubbard with that.
Ryan's gonna try to pretend he can conjure up the spirit of Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna be this new televangelist.
Church of Margaritaville. That's exactly it.
Is there?
We're in Pinellas County. You could do that. You could start a big church.
Is there an alcoholic out there anywhere? Alcoholic.
Join the Church of Margaritaville.
Everyone raises their hand.
Tequila.
Follow me, brethren and sistren.
And we'll have all these super movie stars. I bet you more of them join the Church of Margaritaville.
What do you like yours with?
I will channel Jimmy Buffett right now.
What do you like yours with?
I like mine with lettuce and
hold
tomato.
on. Sir, what do you like yours with? Lettuce. That's very good. Lettuce. Perfect. Sir.
Tomato.
Sir, over here in the red shirt. What do you like yours with?
Red shirt.
Tomato. All right, we got lettuce and tomato. How about you over here, lady in the brown shirt? Heinz 57? No. There's no wrong answers here. Heinz 57. Good. Lettuce, tomato. What do we have on the side? What are we going to have on the side? Mike Breachek from They Call Us the Breeze.
French fries.
French fried potatoes. I like it. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the teachings of our Lord. He made it simple.
That's the teachings of Scientology.
He made it
You're
simple.
You're going to be a billionaire if you just keep going.
This is the church of Margaritaville, but it's not just the church of margaritas.
Now come over and lick the salt off this big old rim of margarita.
That's it.
And you are saved.
When you go up for confessional, dude.
We don't have the e-cans with the electronic things. You got to lick the rim.
When you go up for confessional, there's one chalice with a salt rim. You lick it. And then there's another chalice with a margarita, and you drink it. And then they give you a tiny White Castle slider.
Yeah, and then they lay you.
And you have to put you can't chew it. You just got to put the White Castle slider.
You don't have to hold the cans with the wires?
You can tell we're Catholic, can't you? You just put the White Castle on the tongue, and you have to let it dissolve as you go back to your stool, and no one can talk. That's how they shut you up for like 15 minutes of the ordeal.
Keep your ass shut.
Yeah,
Go
like,
through the line. Sit down and keep your mouth shut.
Can't chew the body of Christ.
Let it melt.
Dude, I think we're onto something. Guys, they call us the...
Fuck yeah, we are. We're gonna. When we left Nashville, Carmen said, "You guys will be millionaires."
It's not
And
even
It took Jimmy Buffett dying for us to figure it out.
God damn it. We done figured it out, Martha.
Shit me.
It's not that we want to do it. I think we need to do it.
Yeah,
now.
I think
there's a calling.
There's a calling. We need to be there for the community. Guys, it's They Call Us the Breeze, episode 111. We'll be right back. Halftime break. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a minute.
See
Bye-bye.
ya.
Well, hold on a second there before you vote, Charlie. Consider this. There's no shame in doing what's best for the majority. I mean, that is what a democracy is, right? It's trying to please the greatest number of people in a country.
White people.
Please don't help. Okay? Yeah. What I'm saying is that you're never going to be able to please everybody. It's just, there's no way. You know what I mean? And of course, everybody wants their own little piece of paradise, right? I like mine with lettuce and tomato. Heinz 57 and French fried potatoes, but that's just me. There's a small minority of people out there, they like their cheeseburgers with pineapple. I don't get the hell out of here. What are you thinking? You know what I mean? But there is a minority out there, and that's how they like it. But are we saying that for those people's sake, we got to have every single hamburger store in the whole country offer pineapples on their cheeseburgers? I don't think that's right.
We ought to take it off the pizza, too.
No shit. There is no business for that to be on pizza. I agree, Danny.
Go!
I was drunk. I'm drunk now. I'm drunk right now.
Guys, welcome back. We are. Welcome back to episode 111 of They Call Us the Breeze. That is Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Out here on this one for September the 7th, the year of our Lord, 2023. Make sure you're out there subscribing at least to Tiger Cage Media on YouTube. Ring that little bell for notifications
ding, ding,
whenever we come on live.
ding,
And whenever we
ding.
have new videos, we just released a new drunken cover. Ryan and I did. Angels of the Silences by Counting Crows. So make sure you go out there and check that out.
That's a fun jam.
If this is all just way too much for you, just go to tigercagemedia.com. That's all you need to do. You go there, you get sweet merch like the shirt I'm wearing right now, the Bravo Romeo Echo Sierra shirt. You get the Honeymooners shirt, you get the Tiger Cage Media shirts. You get all of it right there. Just go to tigercagemedia.com.
The Hawaiian shirt, Hawaiian shirts
now, these are
sold separately.
Yeah, these are sold separately.
These are sold.
Yeah, you cannot.
These are imported from Hawaii.
We might auction these off once we hit episode 400, but we'll see.
They're imported from Hawaii or Ohio.
They really are. Sure. Guys, we've been out here celebrating the life and times of Mr. Jimmy Buffett. Ryan just reminded me that I need to...
son of a sailor.
Ryan just reminded me that I need to pause for a second, so everybody pause.
Record that audio.
And we're back, and we have the aux cable hooked up. That means only one thing. That means it's time for Tune In, Tune Out, ladies and gentlemen. Still don't have an intro. Might never have an intro, because you play music the whole time anyway. So it's but how this works is Ryan is going to play us about a second or two of a bunch of songs, and Dad and I are going to try to do our best to guess what songs those are. We might need a little more help beyond a second or two,
I might have to ask Louie.
Because tonight we're doing obviously Jimmy Buffett songs, and we all agreed earlier. We're like, a lot of these are just the same sounding.
The intros are very similar.
They're very similar. So we might need a little extra help tonight, but Ryan's going to help us out. He's wearing the captain's hat, and if you're not watching
like,
on
the
YouTube,
Eagles
you won't see
when
that.
they'd start Hotel California, right off
true.
the bat.
That's true.
2 or 3 notes.
But yeah, so Ryan, without further ado, you got us some Jimmy Buffett tonight, and let's see if we can. Let's see if we can do it, man.
Let's see what we can
First
do.
track up, Tune In, Tune Out.
See how good we are at this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I know all his. I'm sure I know his whole catalog.
If nobody gets a
Dad
song,
celebrates his entire catalog.
you get your drink package taken away on this cruise.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right.
Well, that's all right. He'll win me 3 more.
Yeah, exactly.
First song.
I don't know where I'm gonna go in a volcano blows.
Let me hear
Volcano.
Oh yeah.
All right. We're off to a good start.
I just didn't know what the name of the song you had.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that one.
I knew the song right off the bat.
No, I know.
Come Monday.
No.
Son of a sailor.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Good job, Jeremy.
Kind of had like a slower Rush vibe to that one.
Yep. That was yep, for sure.
Son of a bitch. Anyway.
Son of a bitch stole my song.
It was me.
Anyway.
Come Monday.
Yes, sir. Good job. Good job, Dad.
He's just gonna keep saying.
They all sound.
Charlie, he's gonna keep saying "Come Monday" until
I'm
you
not gonna
play.
keep saying "Come Monday."
Charlie, every song is not "Come."
Come Monday.
They all sound like "Come Monday." Come on, let me guess.
All right.
What's Danny DeVito's name in that?
Frank.
If it's a B-side song, I don't know them very well. And I probably heard that, but I don't recognize it.
Yeah, it's a little. There's a few in here. I feel like you guys might not
I'm
know.
trying.
If
Hold on.
it's a
Give it-
B-side, I
Give
would.
it to me again.
No, I don't know that song.
Yeah, that I don't know that song straight up. Yeah.
What album was that on?
Havana Dreamin'.
Havana Dreaming.
Daydreamin'.
Daydreaming. All right. Okay. All right. Well,
Okay,
we got to take
you
an L
got
every
us
once
on
in a
that
while.
one, you got us on
Got
that
to take an L every once in a while. All right. What else we got?
one. Changes.
He just said changes. Yeah. She's just like changes. Changes in latitude, changes in attitudes. Nothing remains quite the same. Is that it?
Oh yeah.
From all of my dreams.
All right. Thank God you're here, because like I'm gonna struggle with some of these.
Do 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 do.
Fins, man. That's
Cincinnati.
Laying down a Saturday.
That Dad's
You
really
got
killing
fins
it.
to the left.
He just hears a
fins
cowbell.
to the right. She's the only baby.
He heard the
town.
cowbell. That's what it
Dad
was. He
knows
heard
the way the
cowbell.
cowbell was mic'd up in this song.
Very good job, Dad. Very good job.
All right, ready?
All right, next one.
Oh my God.
Dun, dun, dun,
Oh,
dun, dun.
let me think.
Margaritaville. The Pina Colada Bird.
Pina Colada Bird.
There you go. It's Pina Colada Bird.
All right. Ponytails will get you tails. Just keep them out of my Mai Tai. No?
But play that again. I got it, but he said that, dude.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
I know this song, but I just don't know the name of it.
All right, what is something that you travel across the water on?
Plane.
Yes,
Boat.
great. Yep, boat is the
Yacht,
first word.
Boat.
Second word
It
is
ain't
something
son of
that
a
you
son of a
have.
sailor.
Boat. It's 2 words. Boat.
Boat ramp. Boat bottle.
Boat drink.
Yep, boat drinks.
I had never heard that. That's
Give us
one of
that.
those that sounds like everything
All
else.
right, what else we got?
Come on, keep going. That's Zach Brown. That'll be.
Zach Brown featuring Jimmy Buffett. What's the song?
Dad, you got to know that one.
Ding, bing, bing, ding, bing, ding, ding.
So Ryan's doing
Oh, my ass in the sand? Or no, I mean,
my foot in the door.
no, foot in the sand, feet in the sand, ass in the chair. Oh, doo-doo-doo.
And that's not what you're thinking of. That's not the song. Because that's got my hand in the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, I didn't know we were doing. You're gonna do collabs. That's tough for me. Dad's got it. He's on the path.
Mine's on a permanent vacation.
Yeah, there you go.
Permanent vacation.
Well, it's knee deep. Knee deep in the water somewhere.
Knee deep in water somewhere. Yeah.
All right. I have like.
I knew it was Zach
I
Brown.
have four more.
I have 4 more years.
I know that one.
Come Monday.
Yes, I am a pirate.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes, I am a pirate.
you guys
I still
can't sing it like
discovered-
that.
100 years to wait.
Yeah, Wally Burns special.
Yeah, if you guys haven't listened yet, we did a we didn't. Did
you guys do that?
Did a karaoke bracket, and Wally Burns sang the winner of the karaoke bracket. He sang "A Pirate Looks at 40," and that is a pirate.
That's
looks at
bullshit
40, yeah.
right there because I did better. Little Kyle did better. I mean,
and if you guys haven't heard the studio version, we're going to play that to play us out tonight. So just stay tuned. So,
all right, third to last. This is another crossover.
5 o'clock somewhere.
It is 5 o'clock somewhere. Jimmy Buffett featuring who?
Oh, Alan Jackson.
That's right.
That's right. Dad knows his shit. Dude.
All right, now this is Jimmy Buffett, but it's
That's
a cover.
Alan Jackson's song.
I wanted to throw this in here because I want to see if you guys can guess the cover that Jimmy Buffett does.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah.
Pina Colada Bird.
My Brown-Eyed Girl.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Brown Eyed Girl. He did do that. Yeah.
I remember that
Colada Bird.
cover, actually. I remember hearing that, too.
And the last one.
By Don McLean. Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Try to amend my carnivorous habits. Here in a 70. Losing weight without seaweed and sunflower seeds. Drinking lots of carrot juice and soaking the raisin my same sailors these days. When I'm in port, I get what I need.
Boy, we suck as backup singers.
Someone else when I'm a many countries, you know, which I feed.
Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Paradise. You're supposed to continue, Mike, when we do the Paradise part.
I thought you was
on me now. I'm just
You sound like that guy on that.
Right. I like lettuce and tomato. I did the devil French potato. Big boat bigger in a cold air beer. Oh, cut down low. Which way do I steer?
Fins to the left. Oh, was that?
So that's funny because I was thinking when we first used to go to the inaugural Devil Rays games back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And the 7th inning stretch, the grounds crew came out and they would play that song and they would drop the rake right at that part and they'd all go fins to the with their hands like a temple.
I remember that.
They would put their hands up like they were praying, but above their heads, like little shark fins, and they go fins to the left. And they're just like, we're just trying to fucking rake the field, man. We're just trying to rake the fucking clay, dude. That's all we're trying to do. And they made them do that every 7th inning. That was the 7th inning stretch, remember?
Mm-hmm.
All right, whose birthday is it today in the restaurant?
Ryan turns 5 today, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan's like, I don't fucking know where we're at. I don't know what any of this shit fucking means. And yeah, no, I just remember different things. Like I said, like I teased earlier. I remember one time Uncle Bill and I were hanging out. Because Uncle Bill and I used to just fucking hang out for no reason. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't even do shit. We would just go do something.
That's because he had nobody else to play with because most of his adult friends had jobs.
I was his little buddy. Well, he had kids, but sometimes he took me out and did things just with me because, I mean, he went to Tallahassee with me. I asked him to be my goddamn chaperone in Tallahassee. And we went up there and on a school
trip. Try to pass some laws, probably.
But either way, I figure I'm going to bring him before mom and dad because he'll just say everything's cool to my teacher and I can get away with murder.
Yeah,
and,
I can put some car
and
washes
he
in
did
here.
not. He did not. He disappointed a lot. He definitely played a parent. We were in Tallahassee, Florida, and he was my dad for fucking 2 days, and he's like, nope, you're not doing that. And I was like, you're not the Uncle Bill I invited on the goddamn trip. Yeah.
He's like, dude, I have a bill I'm trying to pass. You don't understand what's going on right now.
I'm trying to get
car wash bills.
Car washes throughout the state of Florida.
He's like, I am the Bill on Capitol Hill right now.
This is serious shit here.
But yeah, so I remember one time he was just like, hey, you want to go to a Parrot Head party? And I was like, what's that? And he's like, Jimmy Buffett fans. And I was like, oh yeah. He's like, everybody's meeting at Storman's before we go to the concert. And I was just like, we go to the concert. He's like, well, we're
Jimmy,
not going.
How old are you and can you drive?
No, yeah. And I'm like maybe 6th grade.
Because you're going to have to drive home.
Maybe 6th grade. And he's like, we're going to Storman's. And I was like, okay, I don't know what that means.
You're like the
X-Men. Now you sound like one of those comedians. That
I just had me like 6 or 7
I don't know what that
Diet
means,
Cokes.
But I'll go with you.
Let me just do my bit instead of, spoiling it. But yeah, so I had me about 6 or 7 Diet Cokes. And there was all sorts of drunk people everywhere. And mind you, we're not actually going to the Jimmy Buffett concert. This is a pre-party for an in-town Jimmy Buffett concert. All the parrot heads are hanging out at Storman's Palace up on Almerton, and we're just with them.
See it.
They have a full buffet downstairs.
Big
so Uncle Bill
screen.
knew what he was doing. He's like, all right, it's a $5 entry. I'll buy 1 or 2 beers. You're going to have a few Diet Cokes. We're going to go and eat our asses off. Then and they call him the mayor. He knew like 10, 15 people randomly that were just already there. Like, Bill, what's up, man?
He's like, I guarantee there's going to be cheeseburger sliders.
And so
we'll get those.
We just went and fucking, I'm just like hanging out with Uncle Bill, and I'm like, I don't know what, don't make me do it, Jesus Christ.
I don't know what any of this shit is, and I'm fucking scared.
And there's just drunk people everywhere, and everybody's getting ready to go to a goddamn concert that we're not even going to. And I'm just like, all right, so we're just here for a parrot head party.
You're like, it's also hot out here. There's no awning.
Was you
It's just
spending
like
the night there?
I probably was, and he was just like, we're doing this. I'm going. You want to go with me? And I was like, yeah, all right.
You're like
And
Elizabeth
we had no idea
Caleb.
that we figured you guys you were just going out there to swim.
Yeah, we
with
went to Storman's. Yeah,
Kyle and whatever.
We went to Storman's. Met a bunch of cool, really nice ladies and
And then
people.
you saw like the line start to build up for the club, and you're like, actually, Uncle Bill, I'm gonna stay here.
I'm gonna stay here.
I'm gonna
You
stay
go-
here.
you
See
go on
what
ahead
this
home.
Storman's is all
She's gonna
about
give me a nice
after that.
ride home. I'm not sure to her house or to your house. We haven't discussed that far. We'll figure that out.
I'm gonna get maybe one more Diet Coke, and I'm gonna
Diet
see
Coke,
where this
Diet
goes
Coke,
tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was fun. That's like one of my only parrot head Jimmy Buffett stories. I don't know if you guys have any stories for that sort of thing.
Not that beats that one.
I mean, I went to Margaritaville. That was
We were
not
supposed to go
finished.
together.
It was supposed to
go
finished.
together. We were supposed to go together, and you bailed on me.
Yeah.
I got the night off and everything. I begged somebody to cover, and you're like, I got 2 tickets. Ryan, did I ever tell you about that, Dad? Ryan had 2 like passes or something to go stay at the Margaritaville resort that just got open.
Well,
and he's like, take the night off work, and I fucking had to beat someone's ass for it, and I got the night off, and he's like, oh, trip's canceled. Yeah, no,
Yeah. But
I
it was
remember hearing that. I remember hearing that. That was like about 3 or 4 months ago, right?
no.
it
that
was like 2 years ago.
No, that was when I was with Theron, dude.
Oh, yeah,
That was
3,
like
Oh
5,
yeah,
6
maybe,
years ago.
maybe it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like 5 or 6 years.
might
ago.
be, bro.
And it was the one
Might
they were
be.
building in Orlando, right?
Yeah, and it wasn't finished yet.
He just like
Right, and
he
they-
said,
so you
this
couldn't go.
motherfucker texted me. He was like, I got 2 tickets to paradise, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, we were at the bar with a bunch of people, and
And it wasn't done.
several of them were off the day that he wanted to go, and I was working. So I was like, hey, can I? I bought the girl a fucking drink, and I was like, do it. And I took a photo, a selfie. I was like, she said she would, and I sent it to Ryan. I was like, we're going. And then like a day later, he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to go, bro. I'm taking Scooter. I was like, cool, tight.
I don't even
Sick
know why
ass,
that
bro.
was like that way it was, but yeah.
No, that's exactly what happened. Like
Yeah.
you were like, we're going, you and I, brothers weekend. I was like, sweet, and I fought to get the
You're
night
gonna
off.
take your
And
brother
then
she
you
said
literally, you literally fucking
Yeah, I think she was in all the way until like 72 hours. She's like, I think I'm going somewhere else. And I was like, okay, well, and I'll extend it to Remy. And then she was like, wait, I'm not going there anymore.
Well,
and I was
once Remy
so I should never say anything.
got his night off for it, and you already invited him, then there's no takebacks. You
Yeah.
tell her, hey, listen,
Fuck
you were invited,
And
but
I apologize.
now
Danielle,
you
for watching.
uninvited yourself, and then I invited somebody else, so he's coming with me. He got the night off. Boom. That's all there. That's all that should have happened. Instead, it was like, oh, sorry, dude, she's actually coming with me. And I was like, cool, sick. Well, I'll just get drunk that day.
Well, I mean, you did what we did, and you didn't have people screwing in bar lights above you, so that was nice, getting sawdust all over you. That was like, it was underdeveloped. They promised. That's when I learned that.
You never open a place too early, man.
Yeah,
before
they
shit
like
that.
just
Yeah.
opened it up, knowing that they're gonna. They had contractors still in the bar. They're figuring that one out. I mean, we went to 5 o'clock somewhere at 4:30, the bar, and they go, "We're
not
closing.
open yet."
We're closing up." They go, "No." They're like, "We called last call like 10 minutes ago."
So
I'm
they
like,
opened
"Wait,
at like 11 or 10,
I
and
thought
then
this
they
was
were
5 o'clock.
closing at 4:30, and
Yeah,
it's called.
you're
it's
not even open
5
up.
o'clock.
And they're running a
Yeah, they're
circular
running.
saw.
I was
Circular
like,
saw down the corner.
Take that back out.
Larry,
Take a half
yeah.
inch off that corner.
One of the pools wasn't even filled up yet. One of the pools wasn't even paved yet. And I
That's
was
such
like,
crap, dude.
I
That
was
is
like,
such
this-
crap.
So where'd we go? We went to the Rock and Roll. Gene Simmons owns like these rock and roll restaurants that are actually pretty good. So we went there.
You're talking about the Hard Rock Cafe, Charlie.
Well, I mean, he's not going to play all of his hits.
No, that's funny, man. I remember that. I was pretty salty at you.
Yeah, like
No
salty,
pun intended.
Like,
It looks like
the
it.
ocean, baby.
No pun intended. I was pretty salty at you. I was like, God damn it, dude. I just literally, you invited me. And now you're.
Mother Ocean.
Yeah.
Mother.
She giveth and she taketh, you know?
Yeah, that was a bad move.
Yeah,
Bad
speaking
move.
about Mother Ocean and giving and taking, that storm's going to brew up here in the Atlantic.
It's going up the fucking. The right side, bro.
We don't know that for sure.
It will. Look at it.
We hope so.
What do you think is going to bend into us?
We're
I
not
don't
getting
think it's
into
gonna
another
bend.
hurricane episode, but if we do, we'll let y'all know out there. We absolutely will. We
Go
always do.
Canes! Sorry, I hate Miami.
See, Gary Bateman? They
See, now I
should
thought
be
you were
there.
talking about Carolina Canes because hockey season's coming back around too, buddy.
That's what I'm saying.
We're
Screw
getting
them.
close. We're getting
I
close.
hate them.
Who?
Carolina, hell yeah.
Yes.
They're one of our enemies.
And those stinking Panthers.
Well,
Down, Karen.
that's called Panther scent. What was it called? Black Panther?
Black Panther.
Yeah. They say 60% of the time it works every time. I'm going to be honest with you,
Brian, that smells like
that smells like pure
gasoline.
gasoline.
It stings the nostrils.
The Miami Panthers.
Yep. It has that kind of effect.
Yeah, on people.
Guys,
it's
they
they-
kick our ass all the time.
Yeah,
man.
fuck them, man. It's going to be a shitty Buck
I
season.
mean,
man,
we've been
but I'll
in the
be here to
playoffs
watch.
more than they have, but they kick our
It's gonna
fucking
be
ass.
it's
in
gonna
the
be a
regular season.
shitty Buck season, but I'll be watching every game, and I hope you guys out there are too, because you can't just be fair weather fans. You got to stick with them through the lows and the highs,
And we
will.
were talking about hockey for those of you that don't understand.
take.
Well, God, yeah, exactly. I'll be watching.
false move you make.
That's right.
That
Every
will be
fumble
a
you take.
10-yard penalty on the offense, number
I'll be
74,
watching you.
for every step he took that
gonna
was
be
offside.
It's gonna be tough, dude. It's gonna be fucking tough, but we'll be there thick and thin, and I hope you guys out there in
Holding.
listener land will be too, guys. They call us the Breeze, episode 111. We're gonna take a quick little break. We'll be right back with some Did You Know That? Some facts and fun about Jimmy Buffett. We've been talking about our own shit about Jimmy Buffett. Now it's time to hear a little bit more about
let's see
Jimmy
what
Buffett.
this titan
We try to
did.
leave you not uninformed, but informed here on the Breeze. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We'll see you. Bye bye.
Play Margaritaville.
Crickets. Bad.
Excuse me?
Play Margaritaville. I love that song.
Darling, I think you're referring to my song Pina Colada Burke.
No, Margaritaville.
I think you mean Pina Colada Burke. Little song I wrote 7.5 fucking years before Margaritaville was even on the map. Of course, you wouldn't know that because you weren't even born yet.
Come on, Hawkshaw, let's get us a drink.
I don't need this shit.
Come on, man.
Fuck that guy, son of a bitch. Motherfucker.
He can buy all the planes he wants.
October 11th, October 12th, and
He might
13th.
become a billionaire.
All of those days, I drank.
What up, Council? I am JT Parr.
Yeah, we are JT Parr, and we are the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage.
You guys just heard that
I keep
intro.
wanting to
It-
say Wednesday. Every Thursday, right around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I associate numbers in my head, so 3 is Wednesday to me. So it just fucks everything up. But every Thursday, right around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, make sure you catch us on YouTube. Go to Tiger Cage Media, the channel, and make sure you ring that little bell for
Ding,
notifications,
ding, ding,
subscribe,
ding,
all that
ding. And
bullshit.
that just reminds me, I mean, that intro that you played, it's amazing in my mind when I think back about it that he was able to turn that brand into $1 billion.
Well, it really is, and we're
billion
gonna get,
with a B.
I'm going to give you some good facts here that you might not know about Jimmy Buffett here in a minute. This is the Did You Know That factor of Jimmy Buffett tonight, you know? Because
Did you know that?
I did not know
let's
that.
do it.
Can you
Let's
believe
just go.
Russell, did you realize that?
No, I did not realize that.
And I learned something today.
Did you know that?
Yeah, it's time for Did You Know That? It's been a little bit. It's been a little while since we've done it. Did you? Oh God, I'm fucking drunk. I'm fucking drunk.
I knew Jimmy Buffett, great
I
guy.
know Jimmy Buffett, great guy. He likes. Jimmy Buffett knows me. I know Jimmy Buffett.
Did he come to New York when you were putting up the casinos?
Trump Towers, when I was putting up the casinos, he came and played. He
With his margaritas. I said, Jim, the margaritas.
I said,
what
Jim,
are you
the
doing with the
margaritas,
margaritas?
they're melting too quick. They're melting too quickly.
You got to come up with the fall.
You got to come up with a new formula because they're melting too quickly. Okay, it's too quick. All right, so yeah. I don't know. I got off the rails on that one.
Did you know that?
This is Did You Know That? Jimmy Buffett edition. I got to put my beer down for this one. I did a book report.
We
basically.
should be drinking rum and Coke.
I thought about getting us a little bottle of tequila so that we could put our lost shaker of salt.
No rum.
On the table.
You know, well, I didn't want to ruin the surprise for you guys, but I have a nighttime cruise set up for us tonight after we get done with the show.
Can I be strumming on my 6 string?
Oh, we're going to be strumming on our
just
6.
Not on my front porch swing. That's the difference. Okay.
The only thing is if I see a FedEx package on that boat, I know what's going to happen.
All right.
We're not going to be.
Let's go.
Is it a big FedEx package?
Did you know that?
Gibson size?
Did you guys know that Jimmy Buffett, he has played more than 40 tours in his 50-year career?
Oh yeah, he played
full-on touring machine.
Yeah,
like like you got to understand, tours sometimes last 6, 9, sometimes a full year. 40 out of his 50 years playing, he was probably on tour. So big ups to that guy.
Did you know that?
Well, that's how he made his money.
Well,
man.
you know, Riverbend in Cincinnati. Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. That's how he made his money. He did 5 consecutive night sellout shows at Riverbend in Cincinnati.
No shit. And it wasn't like
sellout.
It wasn't like Metallica or Dave Matthews Band were like, we're not going to play a
5
single
nights
song.
in a row.
Well, it's not like Metallica or Dave Matthews Band where they're like, we don't repeat songs when we do the same venue 4 nights in a row, 3 nights in a row. No, Jimmy Buffett's gonna play all his hits. We already established that.
What he's doing is selling tickets for those that can't get it on Monday, those that buy it on Tuesday.
His first tour was the Pink Crustacean tour in 1976, and his last tour
he left
was
with
2018. The Son of a Sailor tour.
I wonder
in 2018. So from 76 to 2018, he was touring.
I wonder if he got a pink crustacean.
5 years later, he dies. I mean, I think the man put in his fucking work. You wonder if he got a pink.
Well, he
I wonder
played recently. I mean, he played when he was sick.
I wonder on that pink crustacean tour in '76 if he left that tour with a pink crustacean. You know what I mean?
Bongo the stone crab got high as a kite, fell and cracked his shell. All right, did you know that? All right, did you know that?
Did you know that?
At all of his concerts, he plays what he calls the Big 8. They are, you could probably guess. Come on, what's the list?
Margaritaville.
Yep, that's
Come
one.
Monday.
That's actually number 2 on my list.
Son of a Sailor and Fins.
Actually, Son of a Sailor is not on that list. But,
really?
But Fins. I don't know where am I going to go.
I don't know.
Volcano. So Margaritaville, Come Monday, Fins, Volcano, Wally Burns' favorite song. A Pirate Looks at 40. That's always on the list. Obviously, the biggest one. Food related.
Oh, Cheeseburger in Paradise, yeah.
And then a good one that I always liked when I was little because I was like, this is basically porno.
Oh, that was part of one of mine, but I didn't play it.
I was like, this is basically porno because Mom and Dad are just letting me listen to the song. Why don't we get drunk and screw?
Oh, really? That's top 8?
That's top 8. Yeah, and really? Then you said something about attitudes earlier.
Changes in attitudes.
Yeah, that's the top 8 right there. He plays those at every single show.
I'm sure he does.
Yep. Well, he's not going to play all his hits, Charlie.
How about the Pina Colada?
I'm sure he does. That's what he does. He plays all his hits.
But, with 29 studio albums under his belt, he sold over 20 million in total.
He did.
Over 20 million.
Yes.
And awards have been hard to come by for this guy, but he has still been very, very big selling.
He could care less.
And yeah, exactly. His best selling is Changes in Latitudes, Changes in Attitudes, which hosted the release of Margaritaville. The album's not called Margaritaville.
I think,
but
it
was
that.
on.
I think
it was on Changes
album.
in Latitudes, Changes in Attitudes, and that hosted Margaritaville, which hit number 8 on the Billboard 100. That was his biggest fucking hit, and it sat for a while on number 8. And that's pretty good.
I wonder what year that was.
Probably about 79.
And like I reiterate to you guys constantly, we're all guitar players. We all try to sing.
Right.
We all
we do our thing. We're as lazy as he is.
We do as best as we can.
But we're as lazy as he is.
But that guy doesn't have the best voice, and he ain't the best guitar player.
It's something to aspire to.
It's the brand. What you said.
No,
it's the brand.
Just
he
built
a brand with Margaritaville just on a whim because he was having beers or drinks with a lady somewhere.
Saggy titty biker ladies just running around wearing shirts.
You need to get me to the airport. I got to get back to Key
West.
West.
He's also
and then he goes, this is just like Margaritaville.
Did you know that?
He's also a best-selling author. Did you know that?
I know he wrote books.
And he has topped the charts in both fiction and nonfiction. A rare feat shared by few, including Hemingway, Steinbeck, and Dr. Seuss. But this guy, he wrote, and it's funny because what's his face over there, Steve was just talking about it.
Yeah.
He wrote a book called the something life of.
He writes kids' books too,
and then he wrote short stories. And then he wrote a biography called Pirate Looks at 50. That was his autobiography. But he wrote some fiction, too. And that's just pretty cool. You know, he's been one of the only top-selling authors to cross the gap from fiction and nonfiction. Write an autobiography and write like a published short stories about life on the sea. And he just made up the characters.
And when I said that Margaritaville came by chance, he was in New Orleans playing like 6 nights a week at clubs.
Well, Dad was best friends with him.
But he was in...
Yeah.
No,
That's
no,
why
no,
he's
no,
going
I
to revisit him as a
I just
ghost.
read it in the Smart News this week.
Don't say
since
that.
He died.
Just say you were best friends with him.
Oh, I was best friends with him in New Orleans.
Thank you.
And he was sitting at a bar drinking margaritas with a chick, and I don't know.
You would have to have... Now... Pretty gay.
He was like, well, I got to get to the airport.
If you're just by yourself drinking margaritas.
Yeah,
if you have a girl with you on the beach, that's
no,
different.
they're in a bar in New Orleans, and he was like, God, this is just like Margaritaville. You need to get me to the plane because I got to get back to Key West. He was probably married or whatever. I'm sure
it wasn't. It's not like Margaritaville was just like.
And he goes, I'll just write it.
He Key West.
He wrote half of it on that plane ride back to Key West.
Jesus. Well, you were sitting right next to him. You would know.
I did.
Yeah.
You're like, can't we just go to a Benihana? He's like, Mike, there's fresh fish everywhere.
What would you call his style of music if you had to?
Caribbean.
I would call it no. It's like
it's Caribbean. You fucking hick.
Yeah,
Caribbean.
hey, it depends where you come from.
It
now.
does.
If you're
It
in
does.
Louisiana,
It does.
Tennessee,
It does.
it's
That's
Caribbean.
Fair. That's fair.
Hey, don't be hating
Caribbean
on him.
music.
But what would you call his style of
haters.
music? What would you call his style of music?
I would say his style of music is like it ain't folk and it ain't pop, but it's a mixture, and it ain't country, but it's if you can mesh the three of them, it's it's feel good. It's just feel good beach music.
That's not a genre, but he didn't
maybe
call
Pandora.
But
he wanted you to wanted you to forget about Monday through Friday and
it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Well, no, he didn't even want you to forget Monday through Friday. He wanted you to start drinking every day at 5 o'clock. Like that was it. Let's be real. He does have a genre, and his albums have actually topped.
He is going to be irreplaceable.
I'll give you the short answer. I have the answer to the quiz right here. So his songs have been on charts in several different genres, like top 100. Okay, he's done songs on top. They've made it to top 100. He's hit hits on top country. He's hits obviously top easy listening.
Absolutely.
And then other lists up into the 70s. And then in the 70s, he used to call his music, if you were to ask him, he said drunken Caribbean.
Come on, you
Caribbean.
Drunken.
It's drunken Caribbean country.
He said it in the 70s. If you were to ask him, he called it drunken Caribbean rock and roll.
Well, it's from
But
Mobile,
nowadays, or before his untimely death, he refers to it as Gulf and Western.
Yeah, the Gulf Coast.
Gulf and Western.
Key West.
It's like
Gulf Coast.
It's like
Key
rhythm
West.
and blues, but it's Gulf and Western.
No,
I like it.
where that's coming from? The Gulf, the Gulf of Mexico, and Key West.
Western. Yeah,
Key West.
Well, Western because it's kind of country. Let's be real.
No, Key West. You just didn't get that. He's got a little thing in there. Gulf
West. I got it.
Key West and the Gulf of Mexico.
Fucking got it. Yeah. You know about his movies and TV show appearances, right?
He's smiling at you like, Jeremy, you can't.
Well, you know they rebooted Hawaii Five-0. When they rebooted Hawaii Five-0, he was a big fan of the original show, so he actually has been on a few episodes of the reboot of Hawaii Five-0. But there's a very and he's been on a couple other things. He was on Congo. The movie Congo with the apes, where they go over with Tim Curry. He was on Hook. He played one of the pirates on the ship.
He was on that one show where there was a...
Well, let me finish. So he was on Hook, and then one notable thing is he was in one of my favorite franchises, Jurassic World.
He was running with 2 margaritas.
2 margaritas, motherfucker. Yeah. Dad already knows.
Well, I just
you
saw
read that on your Smart News.
Yeah,
Yeah, fucking idiot.
And he was running with 2 margaritas.
I just read that on my... No, I've seen the movie, and I've seen it plenty of times. And literally, Dad, that scene... So in Jurassic World, the first one, the first one to premiere Chris Pratt, when the dinos escape and they start terrorizing everybody that's in like the amusement park, like just in the alleys, there's like a cafe and pterodactyls just start swooping down, and they're fucking. Hold on.
He had a song to do with that movie, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
they don't
think
mention
so.
that.
I think he did a song.
I don't
for that
know,
movie.
man. But either way, you got pterodactyls, the flying birds, and all these things attacking people, and you see one guy with a fucking Jimmy Buffett style hat and sunglasses run over to his table and grab 2 margaritas, and then like he's hunching his shoulders like they're gonna attack him, but he makes sure to go back and get these 2 full ass margaritas, and he starts like running a little bit. That's Jimmy Buffett, literally.
That's literally cameo.
100%.
He had something to do with one of the soundtracks. That's for sure. And I read.
Did you know that?
I read about that.
You know
I didn't know about it till I read it.
What you didn't know is whoever was in charge of props, they were going to do fake alcohol, and
he's
Jimmy
like, "No,
Buffett
I
was
got
like, "No, if we're gonna do it 15 takes of this fucker."
He's like, I need to know there's tequila in these drinks for me to feel that
panic.
Need
to save these drinks.
These margaritas.
Yeah.
If
God
these are
damn it, it's
stage
5
props,
o'clock.
you know. Yeah. Did you know? Obviously, we all know. A lot of people probably knew his backup band was called the Coral Reefer Band, which is awesome because Coral Reef, that's very aquatic, but
Florida,
Reefer,
South Florida,
Reefer throws that
Key
little bit
West.
of extra in there. It started out as a joke, actually, with fake characters on album credits.
I figured it always had to do with marijuana.
Well, it started out as a joke. He was like limited to studio musicians, and he asked if can I do some credits saying the Coral Reefer Band, and he made up some names and put them in the linear notes, like Al Vacado, and then K Pasa.
No.
Literally, he listed names.
That would be him.
Like Coral Reefer Band. These are the it's like us doing the characters. Not to give away too much, but now it's legit. In fact, actually, as he built out his Coral Reefer Band, Timothy B. Schmidt actually played bass in there for a little while.
Absolutely did.
And he is actually notable for keying the term parrot heads.
He did in Cincinnati.
Yep.
At River Bend.
He was the
that
first
5-day fucking band.
Well, I don't have that on my actual notes, but Dad knows that part. But yeah, Timothy B. Schmidt was the one who came up with the name Parrot Head. So, and Timothy B. Schmidt, if you don't know it, don't listen to him. He's the bass player that took over for Raymond or Ray or whatever in the Eagles and was the long-standing bassist for the Eagles.
Raymond.
Honorary members of the Coral Reefer Band have joined once per show. Paul McCartney, Sheryl Crow, Brian Wilson, Roy Orbison, and even Ric Flair, who just stood in the background and went,
Has he played whoa, whoa.
That's all he did. That reports say that all he did was stood on stage and they gave him a microphone and he just went, woo, woo,
Nice.
woo,
I like my Ric Flair with a little bit
all right,
of drip.
Ric Flair, Nature Boy, you're off, dude. You're off.
Yeah, no.
But
You can play a guitar, get off.
You're not touring with us.
So I was talking to you guys earlier. Obviously, he before he was a musician, he was a writer for Billboard magazine, interviewing plenty of bands.
I did not know that.
Interviewing plenty of bands, he started to realize that fucking musicians don't make any goddamn money, and so he was trying to figure out a way. How can I turn a song into a brand? How do I turn a song into a brand? Because obviously these guys aren't getting paid, and the club promoters are taking way too much money. How do I take a song and, get what I get while I'm performing it, but how do I make this thing live into a brand? And that's how Margaritaville. I mean, it's not a bonehead idea. He chose a drink that existed that people loved all around the country. Well, and we're starting to love.
And it happened and
it was kind of like right around the same time that like Mexican culture and tacos and everything were starting to get big in the 70s. You know what I mean? Like Taco Bell, Glen Bell, all that shit. Like it was starting to assimilate into U.S. culture, the rise of, Mexican culture. Margaritas had to have been part of that. And this motherfucker comes along and he's like, well, guess what, bitches? We got two things you love, water and margaritas. And I'm going to sing songs about them. Let's go.
I think if you think about
it's
it,
genius.
right?
It's fucking genius.
I forget what airport that the girl brought him to, and I forget exactly where he was. It might have been where he was doing 6 shows a night or something. Or
did you know that?
He wasn't necessarily trying to hook up with this woman or anything, but she was the one that was going to bring him to the airport to get back to Key West, and they, wherever they were at, he said that they were just sitting there and waiting, to catch his flight or whatever, and drinking margaritas, and he goes,
wasting away.
This is just like, well, I'm sure that
wasting away in Margaritaville.
I'm sure that came into his mind on the flight back, because he goes, I don't know how many margaritas they have, but he was like, this is just like Margaritaville. And then when he got on the plane, he goes, I just sat down and grabbed a pen.
What if he would have said Margaritaburg?
Well, it could have been totally changed, but still, I mean,
Ville has a more tropical.
Well, Ville has a more town
village
versus a Berg, which is industrial. Berg is kind of industrial.
Margaritaville can be like a little town or burg.
It sounds
even though the Berg you said, but Ville, because there's Pikeville, there's Crossville, there's all kinds of villes.
Think about
this is like Margaritaville.
Nashville, maybe that was influence on him.
Surprised they didn't change the name to from Key West to Margaritaville.
Think about like how we're like where do all the parrot heads go, right? So like he probably had some really good negotiations when it came to contracts and what he got, because
branding and
they necessarily didn't know how to like put monetary
sure
value on what his following, what his following was. It's not like it was old hip hop rap, and that's even before the days. But it wasn't like
and he's a smart
rock and roll.
Man.
It wasn't blues. It's some new type of entertainment, and he probably had one of the best negotiations. They're like, this probably won't play out, Mr. Buffett. And he goes, I think it is, man. I've been playing some shows, and they're like, all right, well, if it does, you can get 30%. And he's like, this is better than like.
At what point in his life, after Margaritaville became such a big hit, that he was smart enough, because obviously
he created.
I mean, he drank a lot and he smoked a lot of weed.
He created a genre.
So at what point did he realize?
So you have leverage there.
That
speaking of smoking weed.
No, I mean, at what point after Margaritaville got released and it hit the tops of the charts, the charts of the music charts and crossed over and everything.
Well, and he was his only man for 20 years.
Because I'm thinking, at what point is he bright enough to realize I need to brand this and trademark this?
Yeah, I mean,
there's
every fucking time Margaritaville is said or
God
sold
only
or
knows.
printed,
God only knows.
I get money for it.
Yeah, God
because
only
he's
knows.
obviously a billionaire, so it had to start way back when.
Yeah, exactly.
And you wouldn't have thought a guy like that would be like smart enough to figure that out, right?
Well, he figured it out, and he made an empire for himself, and here we are spending an entire episode on it. So that's proof of the pudding, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Episode 111 of They Call Us the Breeze, here to play us out from our Crosley karaoke bracket. We have the Wally Burns track, the winner of the Crosley karaoke bracket, doing A Pirate Looks at 40. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. We love you so much. We hope you had as much fun as we did. Make sure you go out to Tiger Cage Media on YouTube, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody. We love you. Bye-bye.
Enjoy the song.
I will cut out all of our interaction, but for those watching on YouTube right now.
Mother, mother ocean,
I have heard you call. Wanted to sail upon your waters since I was 3 feet tall. You've seen it all. You've seen it all. Watch the man who owed you switch from sails to steam, and you're in your belly. You hold your treasures you have ever seen. Most of them dream. Most of them dream. Yes, I am a pirate. 200 years to wait. Cannons don't thunder. There's nothing to wonder. I'm an over 40 victim. No, I've been to wait. I'm a waiting to wait. I've done a bit of smuggling. I've won my share of glass. I've made enough money to buy Miami, but I missed it all so fast. Never meant to ask. Never meant to ask. Oh, and I have been drunk for over 2 weeks. I passed out in a well in a spring of 3 weeks. Driving on nothing wishing, got to go fishing. I'm down to walk bottom again. Just a few friends, Quasley, looking at you. Just a few friends. For a while, though I ran them when they came back for a day, and still could manage a smile. Just takes a while. It just takes a while. Mother ocean. After all the years I found, occupation has to be my occupation, just not around. I've been drowned. I'm gonna get out of town. I feel drowned. I'm gonna get out of town.